All right, so the past couple of days, I've been watching a few movies going into the Academy Awards that I didn't see when they came out in theaters, or if they were even in theaters. So let's get to those reviews. First up, we have Tick, Tick, Boom, which I actually really liked a lot. The best way to describe this movie, I believe, is that I'm going to call it like a rainbow movie. So there's one overarching story explaining another story, and in that other story, there's other little stories that are like kind of chopped up in bits and pieces. So it sounds confusing. At times it kind of can be, but it does do a good job at taking you back and forth between what's what, so you don't get lost for too long, if you even do get lost. And I really like this movie. It's about the guy that created the musical Rent. Never seen it or anything, but I like those kind of like biopic movies. And it is musical, just so you know, so when you're going into it. But it does a good job just telling a story of loss, of love, of optimism, and tragedy, and there's so much that goes into it, and it was really good. I liked it a lot. Next up was another musical from Steven Spielberg, and that was West Side Story. West Side Story was a movie that I liked more than I thought I would. I didn't hear very many good things about it, and I don't know why, but it was good to me. The movie is about is it's set in the 50s between rival gangs, the Jets and the Bennies. If you didn't get that joke, you suck, because that joke's hilarious. So the Jets really are one of the gangs, but the other gang is called the Sharks. And the sister of one of the gang members from the Sharks is in love with one of the people from the Jets, and he loves her too. So it's just that whole conflicting interest and everything like that. I really like a lot how it shows how people can go from such hope to having a life here in America to just having it be destroyed over something so silly and so dumb. And it's crazy to think that we ever like kind of live like that at one point. Or like, you can't love this person because this, and just like that. I don't know, it's crazy how much sense it doesn't make. So a lot of things happen because of this rivalry and because these two people love each other. And I'm not going to give any spoilers away. You just got to watch it. But it's a really good movie. I liked it a lot more than I thought it would. Next up, we have The Eyes of Tammy Faye. I only like knew the name going into this movie. I didn't know anything about the person or anything. And the movie was really good. When you see Jessica Chastain, like, she is transformed into another human being. Like, you can tell it's her because you can see some of her facial expressions if you've seen her other movies. But if you're not familiar with her, you would have no idea that it's her. I feel like they could have done a little bit better on the prosthetics for her, but I mean, it's not bad by any means. I just personally feel like maybe they could have done better touch-ups with CG, but who knows. Also, Andrew Garfield does a really good job as her husband. It's a big, long story that I'm not going to get into about it because this is supposed to be a quick video, but it is worth a watch if you have HBO Max. It's free. It's just about people that got really famous and then some shit happens. So that's what that movie's about. And lastly, it was a movie, unfortunately, I fell asleep to. It was 3 hours long. It's all subtitles. You had to read it. It's kind of like a Parasite. It was just a different language, so nothing wrong with it, but it was close to being, I don't know, 1 in the morning, I think. I just ended up falling asleep. But it was Drive My Car. So Drive My Car, from what I saw, is about a person who has a wife who's a hoe, and she dies. And before that, he gets into an accident, and they realize that he has glaucoma or something like that. So he can't see that well. So he has some random chick drive him someplace, and I fell asleep. There's a whole other 2 hours to that movie. But the intro was 40 minutes, so I was like, I'm out of here, bro. I'm tired. So didn't finish it. Don't think I will finish it. It seemed kind of interesting, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how well it does. And that's going to be it for me for today. There are a couple other movies that I'm going to watch, but I'm going to watch them on Sunday before the awards with my mom, because we usually have a tradition of watching a handful of movies before the awards start. So maybe I'll talk about those. Well, maybe I won't. I don't know. If you want me to, comment. Let me know which one you want me to watch specifically, and then I'll do a specific review towards that. So, well, yeah, we'll do it like that. So, yeah. See you guys in the next video.